today on 15 on 15.
A new tourism campaign launched aims to emphasize on the kindness of Aruba's people as well as building a happier community. Plus, there are certain areas people always miss when applying sunscreen. Find out where in today's lifestyle segment. And a college volleyball coach explains what it takes to perform your best on the court. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Last night, a new campaign was launched celebrating Aruba's happiness and the people in regards to tourism. An event was held to kick off a new campaign by the Aruba Tourism Authority. Give Aruba the Best of You is the title of the campaign. The objective here is to focus on the role the people of Aruba play when it comes to tourism. Aruba is known for its friendly people. The people on the island are known for their kindness and willingness to help each other out, as well as tourists. The campaign emphasizes on reinforcing that the island isn't only successful as a destination because of the quality of the product, but it is mainly due to the people. The campaign goes further. It is important to be kind to one another in order to build a happier community. In the Aruba certification program, which now falls under ATA, the courses will focus on the people of Aruba. The ultimate goal is to have the tourists give Aruba a higher grade for happiness when they fill out a form upon departure. On the topic of tourism, an online publication by the name of Travel Pulse released an article stating Aruba's infrastructure improvements propel Aruba's 2015 tourist arrivals climb. According to the author of the article, since the beginning of this year, Aruba's tourism stakeholders are succeeding in their aim to continue the country's strong 2014 visitor growth. Detailing the island's 294,411 land-based visitor arrivals in the first 3 months of 2015, which is a robust 20.2% increase over the same period in 2014. Aruba has a record of more than 1 million visitors last year. This represented a 9.5% increase compared with 2013. The island's volume of tourists continues to grow. Aruba's North American visitors increased by more than 7% in the first quarter of this year. Canadians jumped up to 8.2%. The article also acknowledged Aruba's hotel sector, which posted improved results in 2014. Tourism objectives were surpassed on practically all fronts last year. With that being said, not all front regarding Aruba's tourism was positive. Cruise ship arrivals in January and February this year slipped. When it comes to cruise tourism, the first 2 months of 2015 totaled 153,886 passengers, which is a steep decline of 13.6% from the same period in 2014. However, Aruba's tourism stakeholders are working on a series of infrastructure improvements and initiatives, including a program to encourage cruise ship guests to return for longer, land-based visits, which will generate long-term growth at sea as well as on land. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we will reveal what are the most common areas you miss applying sunscreen to. Then we will put in dollars and cents as to how much money a stay-at-home mom should earn for the sheer stress they endure alone. And 3D holograms. Here's a peek of that for you right now. We'll be right back. Stay with us. We check out full-size 3D holograms next. Welcome back from the break. You are watching 15 on 15. Sunscreen is a must-to-have on this island. But with summer rolling in most parts of the world, there's something you should know. Dermatologists say it is crucial to protect your skin, especially the parts that people tend to miss. Doctors say many people miss spots when applying sunscreen. Dermatologists are certain that sunspots can be prevented if applied correctly. But despite people's best efforts, doctors say there are certain spots many of us tend to miss. The American Academy of Dermatology says 37% of people rarely or never apply sunscreen to their back, shoulders, and chest areas. Especially around bathing suit straps, and the places you don't cover with sunscreen are the places you get a sunburn. Other missed spots include the top of the feet as well as the scalp, neck, ears, lips, and the back of the hands. The back of the hands is important to cover with sunscreen because it is a place that is not covered by clothing. Keep that in mind. The best advice, according to dermatologists, is to cover up with a shirt. If that is not an option, get a partner to put sunscreen on your back for you. Also, every time you wash your hands, the sunscreen washes off. Doctors recommend reapplying every 2 hours and put sunscreen on before you leave the house, preferably even before you put your clothes on. Switching gears over to a different topic. Moms, listen up. This one is for you. A new study says mothers should earn $66,000 a year just from the stress alone. Yep, you heard that correctly. Here is another argument that being a mom should be considered a full-time job. A new academic study shows that moms need a serious payday to make up for all their stress. In fact, if you had to put a price tag on that stress, moms should be rolling in the cash. Economists researched Australian and German couples over a decade to figure out how stress levels change when kids come into the picture. And they found that having kids increases time stress for a period of several years, especially among moms. Financial stress also rises slightly. And the cost of all that stress translated into dollars and cents is massive. The researchers crunched the numbers to figure out the price of mom's time stress in dollars and cents. They wanted to figure out how much money it would take to offset the mental toll of parenting. And the result is staggering. In Australia, moms would have to earn an extra $66,000 a year, and in Germany, they'd have to earn $48,000 more each year. Now, if they didn't work, moms would need their husbands to get even bigger raises. Lead researchers say having better childcare helps ease the stress a little bit. Very interesting indeed. More respect to stay-at-home moms. The dead can reappear after all. Here's how. A West Palm Beach businesswoman is bringing Star Wars-like technology to Florida that is making it possible for the dead to appear live in a hologram. When the concept of holograms were introduced, it was costly since it requires to run with high-tech projectors, virtual smoke, and mirrors. Now, as technology improved, holograms have become cheaper to produce lifelike projections. One company is pursuing this idea. Just like the hologram projections of deceased entertainers like Michael Jackson that have appeared on stages in recent years, the owner believes consumers will jump at the chance to send their 3D images into the future. Life-size 3D images. Pretty amazing. We are going to take a really quick break. Here's a word from one of our sponsors. Aruba's volleyball players has as much potential as anyone else in the world to perfect their skills. Advice from a coach coming up. Volleyball is a worldly renowned sport that many people take part in. Now, Aruba's players has just as much potential as anyone else in the rest of the world to develop their skills, and more importantly, to perfect it. We have a coach from USA to give us further details. These women volleyball players mean business when they step onto the court. It was USA versus Aruba. Besides for being in tip-top shape in a volleyball game, teamwork is everything.
With this group of girls back at home, we have, at their colleges, they practice a lot. They've just practiced over and over and over. And so with this group of girls we've got together here, we had a few practices and we were able to come together. We all have a general knowledge of how USA volleyball works, and so with that, we're able to come together and do some good things. It might sound cliche, but Coach Willis says practice does make perfect. The recipe for success is to train and start at a young age if you can. And we train. These girls have been playing, probably since, middle school and through high school, and now they're in college. So they've probably all played about 8 to 10 years of volleyball themselves, yes. So
there's no problem for them in the field.
Oh no, it's no problem for them to come together. Again, there's a lot of the same general knowledge of USA volleyball and how we do things in the United States.
Coach Willis has advice for players on the island who would like to perform better on the volleyball court. This, he says, actually starts with parents encouraging and sending their children off at an early age.
I would say get in the gym. Get serious about training, listen to coaches, anything you can get on their internet or from your coaches about how to play. If you could start at the youngest age, whether it's 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, all the way up to 18, getting as many touches and playing volleyball as much as possible. I think that's the best thing I can say about that, is getting in the gym and training, and then we can, get good. That's how we all get good.
The female volleyball players from the United States train hard on the court, but they use other methods in the gym in order to personally develop their individual skills as a player.
These girls, again, they all play at the university, and so with that, they're in the weight room training there too, getting stronger, jumping higher, getting faster. So not only on the field or on the court, but in the weight room too. And I would say initially for the sport to grow here in Aruba is to get them going younger and just get into the court and start playing volleyball. Hey, love the game. We love the game. Love the game.
The coach adds, passion, dedication, and hard work are all part of the success in being a great volleyball player. Thank you so much for joining us. Watch us weeknights at 7:15 p.m. for local updates as well as trending lifestyle topics. We will be here on Channel 15 ATV. We will see you then.